Every success story that you've heard has started with one thing, someone who was curious enough to try. Hello everyone, I'm Saket Madhavarsu.
And I'm Saiti Madhavarsu, and today we're going to tell you about how the story that began in our garage has traveled to libraries, classrooms, and communities to inspire thousands of children. We call it Buzzy Bots.
Growing up, we loved to play with Legos, robotics, and open up remote controls. Not because we were trying to be engineers or anything, we were just curious. And somewhere along the road, a bigger question hit us. Why didn't every kid get to experience that same spark? And why was STEM, something that's so important in today's world, still so unknown?
We had observed that so many kids everywhere had never gotten to light up their first LED, never gotten to touch a circuit, never gotten to see STEM as something that they could do and actually have a passion for. That's when we decided that it was time to bring on a change. So with the table, a few parts, and a lot of trial and error, Buzzy Bots, our nonprofit with the mission of helping 10,000 children by 2030, was born.
A lot of success stories that we hear nowadays are about someone who identified a problem, immediately created a solution that is now praised by the whole world. Although these really are inspirational stories, some of the most authentic ones are when you don't really know what your solution is, just that you're passionate enough to find one.
If we're being honest, even when we started Buzzy Bots, we weren't really sure we knew how to help children. We just knew that we wanted to. So, as all great innovators do, we began by building. We built Ferris wheels, cars, imaginary boats, soil sensors, and explained every component of our little bot on a YouTube channel. Eventually, we went on to display our creations at larger events like the Maker Faire, hoping to inspire more young children like ourselves that with passion and hard work, no matter how young you are, anyone can start anything.
Now, during our journey, we gained more exposure on how we could directly help children in STEM, and that's when our most prized idea was born. At Buzzy Bots, our main two goals are to help underprivileged children and make STEM accessible for everyone.
We decided to achieve this mission by creating our one-of-a-kind DC motor kits. These are hands-on educational kits that have all of the instructions and materials needed to build any project from our wide variety. These kits have offered so many children an accessible and easy way to get involved in STEM early on. With the emergence of our kits, we were able to accelerate our mission tenfold and work towards our three main agendas.
1, we attend different fairs and events across the Bay Area to help fundraise for our mission. 2, we host different workshops in classrooms and libraries for students who had never had hands-on exposure to STEM. And 3, we donate to underprivileged schools and rural areas, both in the US and across the world. In one of our first Maker Fairs, we kicked things off with a table full of Python and Scratch projects and Lego builds. I still remember one of the games that I built where a monkey catches falling bananas. I was so excited to present this at the Maker Faire. It was going to be great. Once we got there, everyone who played my game said it was great and moved on. I was feeling good and I was getting ready to present my game to someone else. He came up to our booth, he played one round and left, saying that it was too boring. I was so sad. How could he even say that? He only played one round. I was just going to brush it off at first. I mean, you can't please everyone, right? But the truth was, I was disappointed. I really worked hard on the game and I was proud of it. Pretending that I didn't care would have just meant ignoring my feelings. And that's when I realized that some things that I build are just for me, and some things that I build are for others. And some things are just for enjoying the process, just for learning and having fun. So I don't have to invalidate his opinion just to protect mine. It's fine if he doesn't like it. It doesn't mean my game is worthless. But even though not all feedback can be useful, you still have to stay open to listening to it, because that's where the most important growth can happen.
You know what? That reminds me of another story. It was a bright, beautiful, and sunny day. We had been averaging at least 30 kits in sales from the past few events and decided to bump our goal up to 35. We were at this fair with our booth, our table, our posters, everything was ready, and we were there with a smile on our face. However, by the end of the event, we had sold just one kit. Just one. It was disappointing, embarrassing even. We had been talking to people about how much progress we made over the past few months, how much success we'd been experiencing in all of these fairs, and all of a sudden we just sold one kit. Initially, we were tempted to just move on and say, you know what, it just wasn't the right crowd this time. However, something told us to pause and reflect. Was there a reason people weren't stopping by our booth? Maybe we weren't clear about what we had to offer.
We realized that these weren't just bad events. All these failures and rejections, they're nothing but an opportunity to learn. All it takes is a moment with your emotions and to think, what could I really have done better next time? So, we redesigned our display, we upgraded our social media marketing, and we went around to different booths and asked them to come check us out. And guess what? At our next fair, we sold out.
And that's been the heartbeat. And that's been the heartbeat of Busy Buzzy Bots ever since. It's never just about perfection, it's about progress. It's not only about showing up, it's about showing up with the intent to improve. Since we began this journey, we have gotten the amazing opportunity to attend and host over 50 events. We have sold over 500 STEM kits, gotten the opportunity to raise over $10,000 in funds, allowing us to reach over 6,000 children across the globe and help them, inspire them, and really just guide them on their mission. But of course, as you all know, none of it happened overnight. It happened after countless hours of hard work and progress. And the best part? It's not even about us. It's about the moments that we get to witness. Like when a 7-year-old lights up after connecting their very first circuit. Or when the child who walked into our workshop saying,
when will this STEM thing be over?
Walks out saying,
wait, that was actually kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
These are the moments that help us keep going. And these are the moments that we strive to build for our future. We have seen children who are afraid to fail realize that they really could build something difficult. Children who thought that STEM was just this big concept in a textbook actually realize that it's something that they could build, something that they could experience.
And that's why we do this. Because when a child sees something that's built with their own hands, they build something deeper, confidence. And it's also not just about the motors and circuits. When you do all of this, you create a mindset, that growth mindset. And that's your first step towards success. We hear success everywhere, in social media, in interviews, everywhere. But what people need to talk about more is how you got there. That's the most important part.
Busy Buzzy Bots didn't grow because we got it all right. It grew because we were willing to try, fail, learn, and do better next time. And that's the message that we want to leave you with. You don't need to have everything figured out to start something meaningful. You don't need to have the big grant or the fancy equipment to spark a change. You just need to have the curiosity, commitment, and willingness to start something. Small, messy, imperfect, and just grow from there.
And to all the adults here, the mentors, teachers, and friends, please help the youth around you, not just by encouraging their wins, but by encouraging and by helping them deal with their failures. Because Busy Buzzy Bots is not just about helping children in STEM, it's also about creating a generation where you're not afraid to try, fail, and learn again and again.
It's like one of our motors. The first time you wire it, it might spark, stall, or spin out. But every attempt gets you closer to making it run. It's about how even the smallest spark can light up the future.
Thank you.